All right, hello Diego. For this video lesson, we're gonna recap the lesson 3 we did on the drums. So the O Sleeper, the Marriage of Steel and Skin, that part at 57 seconds. And then we'll go over Becoming the Archetype, all of the fills, and then the grooves. So to start off, we'll get the warm-up. So hands and feet. Trade off left to right. You can also go left, right, left, right, left, right, left with one hand and the feet and both feet. So right, left, right, left. You get some little slides with the feet. You get some of those. So I'm just going open hi-hat and closing it. And kicking every time I hit that hi-hat open. And doing 4 snares. You can alternate between 4 and 8 snares and 6 snares. Keep that going. It's pretty fun. Next thing, you can pair your feet as fast as you can go with as fast as your hands can go. You can do that on the cymbals. Keep that going. Next thing, 2 hands, 2 feet. Next thing, 4 hands, 2 feet. All right, so now, and then we can do what we did on this lesson, that first measure, the 3 stages of the snare. So we'll go full power. Keep that going at a decent pace. And then instead of your stick height going way up here, bring that into the middle. So medium power. Go faster there than your full power. And then low power close to the snare head. And then you can even go even closer if you wanted to. So just keep doing that high, medium, and then low power. Because the faster you can get with the high power, also the faster you can get with the low power. So you'll just keep shifting over and over until your high power is as fast as your even low power right now. So okay, so now let's start with this. So if you remember this section at 57 seconds. So all that is, it's just that constant crash with the kick. And then the snare in between. So if you look at that first measure, so there's the 4 beats right there. So that's that first one, is both crashes with the kick. And then you go crash with the kick, snare, crash with a kick. So that's those 4 right there. And then these, so that last measure on, or last beat on measure 1, and then all of measure 2 kind of go together. So I'll do the first 3 and then those next 6 right there, including that snare at the end of measure 2. So that's both of those measures right there. Okay, and then with the song, we'll do this a couple times. So here it comes. And all right, so there we go. So yeah, I figured out how to get the audio through there. Hopefully there's not an offset, because I haven't properly set that offset, so it might look like I'm playing completely wrong there, but I'm kind of on time. So here we go. So one more time with that one, up until the end of the second measure. So into the second measure, here we go. And if you need that a little bit slower, we can get that once at 90% speed. Here we go. And so there's those 2 measures, and then let's add on the third measure, because all that is after the... So it's just 3 crashes, 1 snare. So we have, in the parentheses up there, we have 2, 5, 3, and that's those first 3 measures right there. So 2 crashes, 5 crashes, 3 crashes. That's what the 2, 5, 3 is. So see at the beginning, 1, 2, snare, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, snare by itself, 1, 2, 3, snare by itself, and then we have another 5 down here at measure 4, snare by itself, 3, and those right here that look like houses, those are the China. That's the China symbol right there. Live he does that, but on the record you can just keep that going with the crashes. And then yeah, those 3 right there, 3 symbols, snare by itself, and then 3 at the end. And this last bit right here, it's kick 1, 5. You start with the right hand, you end with the right hand, start with the left hand, end with the left hand. Okay, so we can actually add... Let's add that one, because we pretty much done that 4th measure already. So here we go with that. Let's go 100% speed. 3, 2, 1. Oh, right here. 3, 2, 1. So that's all the way up until there. The next part. So another 3 crashes, and that's where he goes to the China on the live video, but you can keep it on the crash. So that's all that one is. So as you can see right there, so the 3 crashes, 1 snare, and then after that snare we have pretty much the first 3 of the 5 crashes. So you see kick with the cymbal, kick with the cymbal, and then snare with the kick and the crash. So that's just like those 3 in the 5 symbols, or those 3 in the 5 symbols. So let me... Yeah, let's just do the whole thing now, up until the last fill. So just watch out for that ending, because it ends with all 3 hitting those together before that kick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go, and go. And that's the ending there. So as you can see, it does the 3, and then 1, 2, 3, kick 5. So there we go with that. One more time with that one. Okay, here we go. And that's that part right there. Okay, next thing. Yeah. That's that next part right down here. Of the next thing we did was the Avenged Sevenfold Welcome to the Family. So we did snare, high, kick, kick. Middle, high, with the kicks in between, 2 kicks. Okay, after the snare, high, middle, high, we go back to snare, high. So then we go low, middle, kick, kick. Yeah. And you can do 3 kicks after that low, middle. I like to do 4 there. And then snare and low tom. So we have the first one, second one, third one, fourth one. And then the ending is just... So there's that one. Okay, so now let's go back over all the fills in the Becoming the Archetype. Ex Nihilo, so right here. Fill 1, after the... That's fill 2 right there. That's fill 3. Fill 4. There it is. There's fill 5. Kick, kick, 4 snare, 4 high, 4 middle, 4 low. And then, and then you also grab that crash. And that's shown right here with the dot up there over the crash, if you can see that. After we go back to that main groove, fill 6. Kick, kick. Ride with the snare twice. And we slow down throughout that fill right there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4. Middle, high middle, middle low. Hi-hat with the snare, kick, kick with the crash. And then when it gets to the slow part, so that kick, 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 that leads into the next measure. So you can see the kick by itself, kick with the crash, and then kick on the first beat of the next measure. That's the next measure where it starts. And that just keeps going on. There's a few different parts where it'll be like or the high. It'll be high tom snare, but just keep that main that groove going with the kick, snare, kick, kick, kick. So make sure you get that first before we get more complicated right there. After at 129, that's where it's the kick, kick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since we go right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, kick. So kick, kick. Oh. There we go. So remember, kick, kick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, left, right, left, right, left, right, kick. Back into the groove. And then it alternates. It does some weird stuff. The coolest part is here at 134. So it's 3 kicks, 3 snares with the crashes, kick, low toms, middle and low tom, kick, crash with the snare, kick. Oops. There it is. And then at the very end, 5. So again, 5, 2, 2, 2, and then kick with the crash. And that leads on to the next part. So have fun practicing those, and see you next week.